1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. If I'm good on the microphone, put a thumbs up in the chat. Put a thumbs up. Put a 09 in the chat if I'm good in the microphone for the next minute or so. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hopefully y'all can hear me fine. If you can, please respond in the chats with an O now or a thumbs up or a salute or something in the chat and let me know if my audio is okay. But we have a lot of news to go through real quick, so I'll get to it without any delay. Shouts out to BuffStampede.com and BuffZone.com where you can get all your latest news and updates from the Colorado Buffaloes online, or you can log on to YouTube and click on Big Dog Chico and follow at any time on all platforms. It is the one and only Chico to the scene, the place to be. Tune in to you live and direct back like vertebrae, should I say, internationally and nationally known. Shout out to the former Auburn cornerback Colton Hood and his younger brother, both commit to future with Colorado Buffaloes. Colton Hood would join the Colorado's competition at cornerback as a transfer from Auburn, while his younger brother, Brandon Hood, is set to join the Colorado program as a true freshman running back this summer. Colton Hood will join Colorado's competition with DJ McKinney, Preston Hodge, and so on. Travis Hunter, of course. But both brothers committed to a future in Boulder while on the Front Range for a visit this weekend, in conjunction with Colorado's Black and Gold spring game, of course. You can check out the pictures online. You can follow at Hood Era 1. That is his page, the older brother, which is he graded out as a 70.4 by Pro Football Focus on 44 defensive snaps. And he also participated in 6 special team snaps with the Tigers. Over 4 games as a first-year player at Auburn, the 6', 190-pound Hood was able to apply his red shirt in 2023. So he will have 4 years to play, 4 years remaining. You understand me? So that's a good depth piece right there for Coach Prime in Colorado to bring in the 5th set of brothers right there. Shouts out to Adam Mustang Tiger for breaking this news right here, or at least reporting on this news right here. Also, a 3-star prospect coming out of McDonough, Georgia. They are Eagles Landing Christian High School. Hood initially verbally committed to Michigan State during his high school recruitment before switching his pledge and signing with Auburn instead. He was named his region's Athlete of the Year after getting snaps at cornerback, receiver, quarterback, and running back during his final prep season. Now, Brandon Hood is 5'10", like I reported earlier, 190-pound ball carrier that has fully recovered from the torn ACL that sidelined him and gave him his recruitment a pause during his junior year. Hood accounted for 4,000 all-purpose yards over 33 games at varsity at Eagles Landing Christian School. He returned to an average 7.7 rushing yards per carry as a senior. Their uncle, Roderick Hood, of course, started as a defensive back at Auburn before playing 8 years in NFL. Their cousin, DeAntoine Hood, played defensive back at Auburn before transferring to Arkansas State. And their brother, Ben Hood. That's a whole name, man. Ben Hood. He's kidding. I'm Ben Hood. Huh? Ben Hood. Shouts out to Ben Hood. Played at Auburn in 2015 before transferring to Georgia State. You understand? You understand. Shouts out to Coach Carl Reed also. Um, of course, you guys know about the spring game. Colorado sold 28,000 plus tickets for their 2024 Black and Gold spring game, the second most ever. Of course, the weather did not or did keep some people, of course, some of those ticket buyers, they stayed at home instead of coming. But those that showed up to Folsom Field on Saturday were treated to a fun atmosphere, of course. Deion Coach Prime Sanders' second spring game at the helm in Boulder, where it's colder, getting busy. That's what Coach Prime has done. They got a turnover throne there, of course, since last year. And Shador Sanders did this thing. He also praised Isaiah Hodge in his meeting or his what do you call it, meeting media, addressing the media, should I say. So shouts out to Shiggity Shador Sanders for doing that. As a matter of fact, do I have that for you guys? I also have the breakdown of Hodges' run. If you haven't seen that, I can upload that for you guys also. But we did add a big fella as I tried to bring the news to you in the earlier live that we did. But we brought in a former four-star now from Clemson. And we'll make sure we get to that in a second. Let me holler at somebody in the chat right now. Let me see. Selma Johnson said, well, no, okay. William Berry. Shouts out to my insider, William Berry, said 76 scholarships taken and 9 remaining, which 85 can be awarded. I counted everybody, new and old, including Charlie, Hood Brothers, and Zach Owen. So that's, according to my insider, 76 scholarships already taken, 9 remaining, and that'll get us at 85, which is what we need. All right. So we're going to get into this 4-star that we brought in. But before we get to that, we're going to get to a former 4 or 5-star that we brought in that we were able to take away and steal from a couple of schools, including Notre Dame and Kansas State. But apparently he's going back to Kansas State, his father's former school alma mater, should I say. His dad played there after playing at Grambling and at a JUCO in California. Y'all can check out the interview I did with Dylan's parents during the season. It's on Prime Parents. If you type in Prime Parents and Dylan Edwards, you'll see the interview that I did with his parents. And they talked about his dad playing at Kansas State and what it meant for him. He played at Kansas State during the time where he said it was the toilet bowl of the college football. They tried to get rid of us, you know. And he said they took them and he led them. His class led them to their first ever bowl game, which happened to be out here in Hawaii. And that's kind of goes with me because I went to UAB and we led our school to our first ever bowl game, which was out here in Hawaii, which is crazy. So we had that connection. And now Dylan has decided to take his talents back home, as he said on his Instagram page. He's going home back to Kansas. You know, of course, he played at Derby, Kansas. He was born in Inglewood, California, though. But now Dylan Edwards, the real deal, the explosive running back, ran for 5 touchdowns, over 700 all-purpose yards last year, will take his talents to back home and see what he can do with the Kansas State squad. And we'll be seeing him next year. Of course, we'll be seeing them next year. And the thing is about playing your old um, school, your old team, you know these guys, and they know you. So they're going to be trying to hit you, and he's going to be trying to outrun them and really ball out against his former teammates. So shout out to Dylan Edwards. And hopefully he has success against everybody except for the Buffs, right? Let's go, Buffs. Shout out to this young fella right here. What? Wait, let me get to the big fella first. I'm gonna get to Montrez in a minute. I'm gonna get to the big fella first. Big Zach Owens, because I love what he brings as he's going to be welcomed into this offensive line. Does that mean we're going to lose an offensive lineman or two, being that we're bringing in four right now with Yaya Atia, also Big Peyton from Texas, also the big guy from Villanova, and then this one right here, former four-star offensive line recruit Zach Owens on the move from Clemson to Colorado. Shouts out to Adam once again for the article. One of the top 20 ranked offensive tackles on 247 Sports in the 2023 class, verbally committed to Colorado as a transfer today. That is Sunday, should I say. um, April the 28th, 2024. As reported on right now, you're listening in to the one and only Big Dog Chico on the Big Dog Chico Show, Big Dog Chico Radio Network, right here. All right, the 6'6", 375 pounds, Zach Owens, mountain of a man, was one of the top 20 ranked offensive tackles, like I said before. He's on the move to Boulder after one season at Clemson. Alabama and Penn State were among his other options coming out of McDonald, Georgia, Eagles Landing Christian. Isn't that the same school that I just read from the Hood brothers? So I'm sure they know each other and they linked up and said, dog, you going? Yeah, I'm going, dog. You going? I'm going. Let's ride. We going to Boulder where it's colder. We're going to get busy up there. We're going to holler at Big Dog Chico and such. We're going to give him an interview and all this other. That's what we're going to do, man. Yes, get in the comments. Let the chat go crazy right now. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. If I sound okay to you right now, please hit the thumbs up button or let me know in the chat somehow, some way. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know somehow, some way. Hit the chat right now. Let me know where you're checking in from also. Get that Georgia pipeline going for real. All right. So with him coming over, top 20 ranked offensive tackle, right? Who basically chose Colorado with his buddies over Alabama and Penn State. Nicknamed the Flapjack due to his many pancakes that he hands out. Owens committed to the Buffaloes before leaving Colorado on an official visit this weekend. And he said, I'm home. You understand me? I'm home, big dog. Zachariah Flapjack Owens. Zachariah Flapjack Owens is his name. And dishing out flapjacks apparently is his game. So shouts out to him coming over, going to solidify that offensive line. I'm loving it. Of course, you see the offensive line right there in the graphic right now. Big Khalil Benson. You got Big Houston, Big Philip Houston, Big Hank Zelinskis, Big Tyler Brown, Jordan Seaton, Kareem Harton, Justin Mayers, Big Cash Cleveland, Tyler Johnson, Yakiri Walker, and Ben Resnick on that offensive line right now. I think that's 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 11 offensive linemen. We adding 4. So that's what, right there at 15. I think that's a good number to have. The Villanova prospect coming over, he can play center, guard, or some tackle. But mainly I think they're bringing him in as a center or interior offensive lineman to compete with Hank Zelinskis and Yakiri Walker at center. So you never know. One of those guys could be out, unfortunately. But hopefully they stay and, understand that this is a competition thing. They could be competing at possibly get on the field and play at the end of the day. So we'll see what happens there on that offensive line. I'm loving what's happening right now. What I'm seeing. Before I move on, let me get to some comments, though. Sonia Sawyer said, Eagles Landing is where Pastor Smith's boys went. You talking about Pastor E. Dewey Smith. Shouts out to Pastor E. Dewey Smith. Pastor Smith, what's happening, baby, right? Boys went to school, and he knows all of these kids and their families. He also used to coach as well. I'm going to holler at Pastor Smith and get him on to talk about some of these guys. I know he probably can. Or he can just talk about recruitment in general. I need 2 more if we can, Coach. Yeah, I think so. 15 to 17, I like that. 15 to 20, actually, you can have. Hey, same thing on the defensive line. I say, wait, defensive line for, I'm just talking about interior guys. I want 2, 4, 6. I want at least 8 big nasties. I'm talking about 8 big nasties now. 6'2" to 6'5", 305 to 320 plus pounds. We need some of those. Yes, Wyatt Hilmer is the guy from Villanova. He's coming over also. He had some starts. Tyler Brown is a beast. DMV repping the city. Jordan, what's in the bag? Seat, what's happening, baby? Yep, that's what Seat's from. Anthony Steele. Now it becomes interesting on who going to start in that running back room. Yes, indeed. Ohio State, Ohio of Miami, and then the newcomers. What did y'all think about Preston or not Preston Isaiah Hodge in that spring game? Did he not ball out? Did my dog not ball out? Indeed. All right, let me see if I can add something else up here for you guys. Look at Shador. I like how they was really engaging with the fans during this spring game. It was something different. Gotta make sure I drop this news to you guys before I get up out of here, though. Let me see. All right, if you're now just getting in here, we're talking about some new things that's going on with Colorado. Some new guys that's coming in. I got my insider. William Berry said yes. I don't think you realize him criticizing Colorado's heritage stock. Yes. So I also read a article talking about Kamani McLean. Or actually, I didn't. Let me stop telling the story. I didn't read it. I saw an article talking about Kamani McLean and how some recruiters are backing off because of some of his comments that were said. Do y'all believe that? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Is that messed up that that's happening? Let me know what y'all thinking. Because I still think he could be a productive, player somewhere. Young man, student athlete somewhere. Richard LaFleur, oh, now what's happening with you? You still out there in Colorado? Amos and Welch and Charlie looking like they're going to handle the running back room. Not sure about Dalen yet on breaking that lineup. Dalen I'm going to tell you who I think without even seeing anybody in uniform yet. Based off the offense that I think is we're going to be trying to present. It's going to be a running back by committee. But I think Dalen Hayden can actually be that guy, like that one guy, the bell cow guy, that dynamic guy that we're looking for in the backfield. Amos, you can hand it to him. He'll be fall forward guy. Same thing like Welch. You can bring him on a little bit slower probably. I really don't think Charlie will get a lot of tick out of the backfield. He'll probably get a lot of play on special teams this year unless we get up by a lot of points. Get Charlie in that thing. Unless we have some, not saying that he can't, you know, because he could definitely get in there and do his thing. But I think those other guys might be a tad bit more talented. But, sometimes or most times hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, though. So I think Hayden will be the starter. Amos will be the backup. Welch will be the third guy spelling them, but he will get some carries. Probably more than what he would have gotten had the running back room stayed the same with Alto, Dylan, and Savion there. I think Welch's carries would have been less than what is looking like now with the running backs coming in and his position now. I think Welch is going to be, featured somehow. Hood would be there too. Can't forget about Hood. Hood would be the future. Chico, that room was committee last year. Why the backs that left thought any differently, I don't know. I think they just felt like, hey, like think about this. Like I don't know who they have at. I'm just speculating. I think Alto is at UCLA right now, and they got Deshaun Foster as their head coach, a former running back. So just think about this. Maybe he's recruiting Alto in that room, and Eric Bieniemy is there, former buff. Maybe they're recruiting Alto, and they want a back they can give the ball to 25 times, whether they have one now or not. So maybe that's where Alto will end up at out there at UCLA, and hopefully we can catch up and give you guys an update on that. If you just tuned in, you're listening to radio station 187.4 on your FM dial. This is the biggest dog, Chico to the C, and the place to be. Tuned in to me right now. You can hit the comments, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the super chats if you can. You can also cash app at Speed Hustle TV. That's spelled the same way it sounds, Speed Hustle TV. On Cash App, hit me up if you want. But more news out of Boulder where it's colder, and we always getting busy. The linebacker, four-star inside linebacker Montrez Walker has committed to the bus, and he was the number one inside linebacker in Georgia, chose the Buffaloes over Ole Miss, Penn State, and LSU. You understand me? Three-star, four-star guy. That's what the teams are really built off of in the first place. So, all right, more news to come. Shouts out to my girl Taylor J. Also, she did a report coming in from the field where it was nice and wet and soggy about that thing. Oh yeah, we also got the young cornerback. I'm sure y'all saw him. Four-star cornerback Alex Graham committed to Colorado. 6'1", 190 from Detroit, Michigan. Chose Colorado over Michigan, Georgia, and Alabama. And he did it in a dramatic way too. Said Hood is faster than Dylan. Easky. So you telling me we bringing in a streakster like that, a super fast kid like that? I should look up his highlights right now, which I haven't done. I have read the reports on him though. But we did get Big Flapjack. Shouts out to Flapjack. Hood, they do have that pedigree though. I'll tell you that much. They have that pedigree. So I'm going to be uploading the videos from what Coach Prime and Shador said also in the press conference. I know it's on some other pages, and I just haven't uploaded the one I have, but I need to. Hood playing, if you ask me, King P said. He ran a 10-8 in the hunt. Oh yeah, I have seen him. 8-2 this season if everybody stays healthy. Hood is faster than Dylan, John Wick said. That's a big time get if we get us another speed back like that. But I know we got Cam Michael coming in. William Berry said, I'm surprised that nobody haven't signed Alto nor Wilkerson yet. They should go to San Diego State or maybe a smaller D1 program if they don't get signed by Power 5. I know Alto was just at UCLA, so we'll see. We shall see. Lanikia means that more than one back will be carrying the ball. Alto is pretty much a Bruin. I hope so. I was here for the scrimmage, leaving tomorrow. Okay. Much love. Safe travels to you, brother. And yeah, you never burn them bridges, dog. Ain't no need to leave and talk bad about a coach. Wilkerson gonna have to go down. I think. Hope he prospers. I think he was on Twitter also saying that when coaches were saying that you need to do all three of these things out of the backfield, like block, run, and catch and things like that. Savion commented saying that, hey, I could do all three, as if y'all let me know that y'all let me go, as if I can't do all three. You know, that's what I kind of read into it. Y'all let me go like I can't do all three. But yeah, Lil Wayne did come on stage talking about if these hit us, if they ain't with us, they're against us. All right, here's the big guy that I want right here now. This is the one that I want. Michigan State transfer, defensive tackle Derek Harmon. He's planning to visit Colorado. He visited Colorado this past weekend. Hope he didn't just come for the Lil Wayne concert, but he is a guy that I'm looking for on my squad. He's the 6'5", 320 guy. Let's see if I can bring this on here. If we can get a big monster, not just one, maybe two, in that middle to go along, because the guys I think that we have are good guys in the middle. But our big guys, I only want them playing three plays, like 3 plays and come out. Derek Harmon is 6'5", 320 out of Detroit, Michigan. This past season, he had 16 tackles, 1.5 sack, and 1 forced fumble. 2022, he had 8 solo tackles, 20 assists. So 28 total. Last year, 40 total tackles with 24 assisted. Wilkerson runs out and hurts his own player. They want those 3 things done well. Is the difference. Wow. Iowa would be a good school for Wilkerson. I agree it would be simple if he can resist posting on social media. Can he do it? That is where he realized he haven't. Yeah. Hey man, you gotta. There's some things that's not needed to do. You understand me? Some things is just not needed to do in the long haul. I think for as far as being a college football player, though, you don't want to go out there and try to down your coach or your team or your players or anything of that nature. But anyways, Derek Harmon, he started 15 games in his career, recorded 40 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks this season. Entered the portal in December and took a couple visits before decided to return to MSU. And now he's back in the portal and looking for a squad. Also, one more update, or just so you guys know, I'm sure you guys already know, we added defensive tackle Ryan Buell from Ohio, 6'3", 277 pounds. He was productive in the MAC last year. We also lost Adam Hopkins to the transfer portal. I'm sure you guys know. So we have to add some depth at that defensive back position. And with Hood coming over, that's what we're doing. But I'm really happy how we're shoring up this offensive line each and every way that we can. Villanova offensive tackle Wyatt Hummel. He's committed to Colorado. He's 6'6", 315 pounds. Offensive tackle that played 402 offensive snaps at Villanova last season and only allowed 3 pressures. He took his picture as a center, looking like a center, but he also, like I said, played up and down that offensive line throughout his career. I'm looking for him to come over and push for a starting spot. I don't think he's just just a depth guy. I think he's there to get on the field somehow. I think he can. So with 2 big young guys, 6'6", 350 plus guys, and Peyton Wilkerson, and then Big Zach Owens from Clemson, right? Peyton Kirkland from Texas. He didn't play as a true freshman, but he's a big fella, and he went to Texas. So that's 3 offensive tackles, possibly that we just brought over. Former 4-star Texas transfer O-tackle Peyton Kirkland. And I think the big get would be the commitment. I mean, Coach Prime been rocking and rolling right now, dog. He been rocking and rolling in the portal. And the big get would be former Michigan and Charlotte linebacker Nakai Green Hill has committed to Colorado. 6'2", 230-pound linebacker. Good size, perfect size, what I like. I told you we needed a rangy linebacker that's 230 plus, big body in that middle, that can man the middle in the run game. You hear me? And can blitz from that linebacker spot. He totaled 124 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 forced fumble in his college career thus far. Did his thing at Charlotte last year, and I'm expecting him to do his thing, and really get a lot of PT in that middle. 9-4 finally say he moves like a safety. He covers a lot of ground really well, sideline to sideline. My thing was, when I said we needed a big rangy linebacker, this is a guy that can drop back and cover 2. He can cover out of the backfield, tight ends, those crossing routes across the middle. He's physical there. So yeah, he said, is it a mistake? I just saw Dylan in the portal again on D247. No, he's committed. Matter of fact, he's committed. Put it like that. I pretty much know that, because I was going to actually get his parents on for a reaction. But yeah, he's there. But Nakai Green Hill is a big move. He's really going to push for that starting spot versus um, Levante Bentley. He's really going to push for a starting spot versus Levante Bentley in that middle. Trevor Woods looked good in the spring game, covering the screens and covering the linebackers and the running back out of the backfield. He looked pretty good. But in this run game, there's no reason for and I like Isaiah Hodge, but there's no reason for him or any other running back to be breaking those, especially a guy who only had 2 days of practice, to be breaking those runs like that against our linebackers and defensive line. It shouldn't happen. And secondary, because we had secondary guys who was out of place on those plays also. So at the end of the day, we have to shore up that. Williams said, right, Chico, we want our O-line to be able to rest, so acquiring these big bodies is awesome. And so there you go, offensive players that can play two positions, like Wyatt, center, O-tackle, yep. Corbin Leisure, tight end, D-end, exactly. B.J. Green is going to make some noise, Ephraim. Watch. He's going to make some noise. Thank you, but wasn't he going against the twos? Wait, who are you talking about was going against the twos? Jeremiah Brown. Jeremiah Brown made some noise. It doesn't matter who they was going against, in my opinion. Oh, he's talking about Hodge? No, yeah, it doesn't matter who he was going against. Twos, whatever. That was Jalen Wester out there with the two. That was Travis J out there. Travis J came from Florida State. Wester came from Florida Atlantic. You know? Yeah, they got to make those plays. That defensive line, they got to make those plays. Wiggins was out there from LSU. They got to make those plays, come up off those blocks. They should have been bottling up Hodge and that running back. We didn't have running back depth for the spring game. The running back depth is great right now. We just went over that. You got Amos, you got um, um, Hayden, you got Hood coming in, you got Michael Welch, and you got Charlie. So everybody that left has been replaced now, so to speak. At least with a body, they've been replaced. So it doesn't matter whether it's second string defense. I guarantee you that second string defense is gonna get some playing time. So our second guys got to be good. I'm talking about the second team defense, no good depth. That's what we're working on right now, though. Right? If we're looking at that offensive or that defensive line, if you're looking at the defensive line, off the top, yes, all the time I think we need to add more big bodies for the reason of big bodies get hurt. That's why you didn't see Chidozie Nwankwo playing out there, right? So in that case, you need another big body to come in and sub for him. Yes, we saw Torian Carter. We saw Anquan Barnes, McNeil, Shane Coates. Then you got Chidozie. You're going to bring in the big kid from Ohio, Ryan Buell. Is it right? Ryan Buell. And I would love to have Harmon there or a big guy like Harmon, right? The DB Colton Hood, Nikai Hill Green linebacker, and Zachariah Owens are our biggest commits over the weekend. Overall, great weekend of commits for the bus. I agree, Nine Force Finest. A lot of edge rushers will be subbed in for fresh pass rush, exactly, because we got guys. I think number 58, 59, Marios has been playing good out there. Maros, I can't pronounce his name correct. He's been playing well against some rushing out there. Big, long pass rusher, along with Nikhil Webb Walker. He's been looking good in spurts out there. So we got some guys who can really get out there at the pass rush position. Tajay McCoy, B.J. Green, you know, Hill Green, Baltimore. B More in the building. Oh, now B More, Maryland. What's happening, baby? Yes, both greens are going to be killing it. I see it as a mile away. They both going to be bringing collard greens and cornbread to Folsom Field, eating good. You understand me? Barbecue chicken. Can't forget about that. Anquan Barnes looked to be taken to SAP really well. Looking to see his growth. Exactly. Along with Amari McNeil also. This is why you recruit instead of being Portal U. Why? Don't you see these recruits we got coming in, big dog? Plus the O line is monster. Man, hey man, we've gotten so much better just in the last couple days. Just over this weekend, since the spring game, we've gotten so much better. I need to have Coach Prime on for an interview. Yes, indeed. Tristan Marios was great. I hope the kid does well. Me too. What do you think of Shador talking about jealousy in the locker room? And do you think that was directed at Dylan Edwards? Great question. I'm not going to say who it was directed at because he didn't call no names. Although if I said what I know, I wouldn't be speculating. So let's just take it as um, yeah, there was some jealousy in the locker room. I think the jealousy is not in the locker room anymore. I'm not going to say who I think it was, but we've had over 20 people leave from that locker room plus. So, y'all can dig down and try to say who y'all think it is if you want. But I will say, yeah, it was there. If they call names, then, yes, he said they getting all the guys out of CU that were jealous, and he say they all gone. I'm going to tell you like this also. Neely said it too, and a lot of people were giving Neely some flack for what he said. But I can say this. Before Neely said what he said, I had gotten that same word myself directly to me, and it was 100% consistent with what Neely said. And people got mad at it, but it was facts. And yeah, what am I trying to say here is that if this is what I'm trying to say. Coach Prime was not surprised about anybody who left. And when the reason why Neely was saying Coach Prime sees it before it happens, or he knows it before it happens, because it is in these cases is from what I've seen, it's facts. Because before player X left and player Y and Z left, Coach Prime knew it and he called it. And when he called it, or when he was saying it, like what he said in the press conference, when he knew, or Neely said he knew and he know these things, I believe it. I believe it. So I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I'm not gonna say who I feel like or who was felt like were the jealous parties. But if they felt like it, then that's what they feel like. And if you're in the locker room and you feel like people are jealous of you for whatever reason, dog, that's not good to have in the locker room. That's like a cancer. So whoever it was, for whatever reason, then good thing is they out. That's what I'll say. Run them likes up. I appreciate it. Time to run them likes up. Shador would throw for 4,000 yards. That's enough. That was all in well off vid. Right. So, there you go. Am I saying anything that are not factuals, even though I'm not saying much? Am I saying anything that wasn't backed up? How do you think all the receivers will be happy and getting playing time? Okay, this is going to be a good one right here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you got some wide receivers in Colorado, probably one of the best in the nation. If you just look at this list right here that Rosecrans Bory put up, Shepard, that's Will Shepard. Wester, that's LeJounte Wester. Travis Hunter, and then Jimmy Horn Jr., Omarion Steady Mobbin Miller, Baby T.O. Cordero Russell. Freaking, who else we missing? Terrell Timmons, Caleb Mathis, Assad Wasim. And we probably missing somebody else. But you're talking about some wide receivers who can go get it, who got some numbers, who's proven. Shepard and Wester, and Jimmy Horn Jr. are decorated. and Travis Hunter. Timmons and Baby T.O. got potential, and Amario Miller got potential through the roof. This is a wide receiver unit they're going to be scared of. They should be scared of. They better get scared of. Shout out to Brandon Davis Swain. I forgot about to name him too. Young boy. He said they getting all the guys out of CU that were jealous. Yeah. Nearly be trying to hold back too. Yeah, man, we be trying. I mean, at the end of the day, we trying to protect the kids. We don't want to be the ones out there calling out for real. And honestly, like a lot of the coaches could, you know, you think they don't keep tabs and know what these players are doing? You think Coach Prime don't know these guys like the back of his hand at the end of the day? In my opinion, the 2023 O-line were very jealous of Shador, man, and Prime got almost all of them boys out of there. As soon as the ball was snapped, they were on Shador, but they weren't even trying to block. That's what it seems. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say names. I was worried about Omarion was going to hit the portal too because he was hanging around a lot of those problematic kids, but I'm glad he didn't turn out that way. Ephraim said, there's jealousy between these video people, between y'all, believe it or not. Like where? Like what do you mean jealousy between these there's jealousy between these video people, between y'all, believe it or not. Let me see. Am I reading that wrong, Miss Lee? Let me know. I might be reading that wrong. Shout out to Jordan Onavoge also. They will produce more. That O-line was acting like the dude from Remember the Tigers. I didn't hear it. I feel Prime is building a line this year, trying to ring in Julian next year. Yep, I can't find an exit video, but when Dylan had that run, Prime said they were about to hit you. Joking with him, Dylan yelled out here, no, and he just ran off. Uh-huh. There's jealousy between these video people. Let me know what you mean by that statement right there. If you want to win, put Elijah Herring in. You understand me? Yeah, man, we got some big time competition in Colorado right now, which is what I'm loving. That's what we wanted at the end of the day. Let me see here. What just dropped right now, which would be, if you haven't hit that like button, y'all tripping. If you haven't hit the like button, y'all tripping. Flapjack Zach Owens committed to Colorado. That's a big fella, 6'6", 360 pounds. Auburn cornerback, former Auburn cornerback Colton Hood and his brother, 2024 three-star running back Brandon Hood committed to Colorado. If you're just joining in, Little Wayne turned up Boulder, Colorado once again. Coach Prime effect is real. No scope zone posted. The Prime weekend would never be forgotten. A new standard has been set. If you ain't on the team, you ain't on the team, is what Lil Weezy said. So whoever was there watching that, who wasn't on the team or who left, I know they was tripping. Talk about the new Clemson O-lineman that just signed. Yeah, we talked about him earlier. Big Flapjack. That's the one we just talked about. 6'6", 360. Big young guy. Didn't play much at Clemson, but the times he did, he was okay. He played well. He showed a lot of promise. Was a top 20 tackle coming out of high school. I think he's going to push somebody for playing time. You know, I'm not sure how developed he is because he's so young, but we'll see. Also, I forgot to announce this, man. How did I forget this? Congratulations to all of the Forever Buffs this season who entered the NFL draft, who got picked up somehow, some way. I'm surprised. The biggest surprise for me right now is the fact that Rod Ward hasn't been picked up or even offered anything as of right now from NFL teams. But we did have defensive tackle Leonard Payne has signed with the Miami Dolphins. He'll be going to camp with the Dolphins. Now, all this means is they get to go to camp, rookie camp, and it's like another in-person tryout. They get to practice with the team. And for instance, I had a former teammate who had a same invite to go to the Miami Dolphins camp, same one. He went down there for a weekend, came back, and that was it. So this could be it, but at least they're getting a chance to go down there. Or this could be the beginning of their long career. So shouts out and good luck to Leonard Payne Jr. signing with the Miami Dolphins. He was our defensive tackle last year, of course. Also, Derek McClendon II has signed a free agent deal with the Carolina Panthers. Congrats to him. Former outside linebacker defensive end from the Colorado Buffaloes. All right. And the big fella, or should I say the big catch, who we all thought was going to get drafted. Colorado, of course, has gone 3 years now without having a player get drafted. But former Colorado wide receiver Xavier Weaver signed as an undrafted free agent with the Arizona Cardinals. His deal includes over $250,000 guaranteed. Clearly a steal, and that guarantee confirms that. All right, $255,000 guaranteed, according to reports. Also, Charlie got his scholarship. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Charlie getting the scholarship. He's now on scholarship with the Colorado Buffaloes. Shouts out to Charlie and everybody there. We just got a tight end a day ago. Tight end Corbin Lejeune. Lejeune has committed to Colorado. He stands 6'5", 225 pounds, can play tight end and defensive end. Probably going to be playing more tight end also. We also broke to you 2025 four-star DB Alex Graham committed to Colorado. He's listed as a safety. However, his versatility will allow him to play both positions, cornerback and safety. 6'1", 186 pounds, can play anywhere in the Buff secondary. And Villanova offensive lineman transfer Wyatt Hummel commits to Colorado from Villanova. Experienced performer who is expected to see playing time along the offensive line. He has the ability to play center, guard, and tackle. Former Miami, Ohio running back transfer Rashad Amos has flipped his commitment from Mississippi State to Colorado. 6'2", 234 pounds. Running back rushed for over 1,000 yards this past year with 13 touchdowns. He ranked third in the MAC in rushing yards and second in rushing touchdowns. Another guy added to the list. Looking for Elijah Herring as he enjoyed his time with Coach Prime on his visit. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This is the Big Dog Radio Network, Big Dog Chico Show, or should I say the Big Dog Chico Sports Talk Radio Network, or however you want to put it, dog. This is Big Dog Chico, bringing it to you live in effect, back like vertebrae. And we're going to end it right there. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Get back to me. More to come later on. Make sure y'all tune in to Buffum Updates. Tune in to Buff Time Podcast. Tune in to Dog and Dave. Tune into the Big Dog Chico Show. Tune into Recruiting Biz with Coach Riz and everything and such. Find it on my channel right here. Become a member if you can. Become a member if you can. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button right now. Y'all know what it is. The biggest dog of them all. Chico to the sea and the place to be. I'm up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah. Time to run them likes up.